Look closely at a cup of water. It looks completely still, right? Wrong. Inside that cup, a microscopic war is happening. Trillions of invisible particles are slamming into each other at hundreds of kilometers per hour. This absolute chaos is called Brownian motion. It is the reason life exists, why stock markets fluctuate, and it is the exact phenomenon that finally proved atoms are real. Let's break it down. In 1827, a Scottish botanist named Robert Brown was looking through a microscope at pollen grains suspended in water. He noticed something bizarre. The pollen grains weren't floating still. They were violently jiggling, jumping, and zigzagging. At first he thought, wow, pollen is alive. But then he tested dead dust particles. They did the exact same dance. Brown couldn't figure out why. For decades, this mysterious jiggle remained one of science's biggest secrets. So what is actually happening? Imagine you are at a concert, and a giant beach ball is dropped into the crowd. You can't see the individual people from a blimp high above, but you see the giant beach ball randomly jerking left, right, forward, and backward. Why? Because people are constantly pushing it. That is Brownian motion. The water molecules are too small for Brown to see, but they are constantly in thermal motion. They slam into the larger pollen grain from all sides. Because the hits are completely random, the forces don't balance out. One side gets hit harder, kicking the particle in a new direction every millisecond. How fast a particle jiggles depends on three main things. Temperature, heat up the liquid, and the molecules move faster. The jiggling gets way more aggressive. Particle size. Smaller particles get thrown around much easier than heavy, bulky ones. Viscosity. Drop a particle in honey instead of water, and the thickness slows the dance down to a crawl. Believe it or not, up until 1905, many top scientists didn't believe atoms or molecules actually existed. They thought they were just a useful math trick. Then came Albert Einstein. In the same year he proposed relativity, he published a paper on Brownian motion. He calculated exactly how far and how fast these particles should move, based on the math of atoms. Scientists tested his math in the lab, and it was a perfect match. Einstein used the chaotic jiggling of dust to prove, once and for all, that atoms are physically real. It changed physics forever. Today, the same math Einstein used to track jiggling dust is used by Wall Street to model stock price fluctuations, and by biologists to understand how oxygen moves through your cells. The next time you see dust motes dancing in a beam of sunlight, you aren't just looking at dust. You are watching the fundamental law of nature in action. If you learned something new, hit that like button, subscribe for more bite-sized science, and let me know in the comments, what physics mystery should we uncover next? See ya!